So this week, I've been looking at different tools to help my students with specific learning disabilities in my classroom. I teach general music, and in my classroom we have about 13 keyboards, and the students get hands-on with the keyboards almost every day. What I've noticed is that teaching the standard Western music notation is a very cumbersome tool to use for these students, and pretty much most of my students. It's a very complicated system that requires a lot of foundational knowledge before you can truly use it. Here's an example of a basic nursery rhyme song, Itsy Bitsy Spider. And if you've never learned how to read music, it kind of looks like it's a book, and you can easily read the lyrics at the bottom of the music, but where you actually learn to play the keyboard is up here. And there's a bunch of different symbols. They all mean different things. This song is in 6/8 time, which means there's 6 beats per measure, and the 8th note gets a beat. And right there, we've already got 2 or 3 vocab words we've got to learn. Here's a bar line. There's another vocab word. This is a quarter note. You have to understand fractions. This is an 8th note, which is a little more advanced of a fraction. And this is a dotted quarter note, which extends the length of the quarter note by half of its original value. So right there, in a nursery rhyme, we've got some pretty advanced fraction work, and we've got a lot of reading skills where you have to be able to follow a line, get to the end of the line, and move down. And we've got a lot of vocabulary words. So for my students, who generally are 2 to 3 years behind in reading ability and math ability, and many of who have IEPs with specific learning disabilities, this is just a really cumbersome. And if I was just starting out for my first week of teaching these students on piano, they would just have a song title and a bunch of these numbers. Each of these numbers corresponds to a different finger. Number 1's your thumb, number 2's your pointer, and so on. And they were able to just learn the song without knowing any of the other advanced math and abstract concepts from before. However, this is still utilizing a lot of reading skills. A lot of students get lost. They don't know where they should look at, and going from just this line down to this line is extremely difficult for a student with a learning disability in reading. So to help out these students in particular and the rest of my students, I plan to start using apps like Musician in my classroom. However, these are paid apps, and we don't really have any money for being able to buy these things. However, they have posted a lot of the videos from these apps on YouTube as promotional advertisements. So here we have an example of a song by John Legend, All of Me, and pretty much it's a lot like Guitar Hero. So the notes come down, and you can see the rhythm of when you're supposed to play the note, and the right note lights up. And this is a great visual learning style. They can just reverse it and go back to the beginning and learn the song piece by piece. They'll have their own laptop, and they can follow along and teach themselves to play the song, and I can walk around and work with small groups to assist them when they need help.